The main event mama's bringing the heat. Talking life, love, and the wrestling beat. Step in the ring where the real ones meet. Mic in hand. Yeah, we on repeat. Yeah. Tag team champs of the everyday grind. Body slammed out, leave them behind. From the school runs to the grocery lines. Still got time to drop these rhymes. Late night chats over spilled tea. Wrestling moves in reality. Balance it all like it's destiny. Mama life is the legacy. Main event mamas, we run this show from the
Welcome.
Well, hello.
Yes, we are so late tonight, but we have a very, very fun show ahead of us. If you are just now joining us, we want to welcome you. I'm Kiara.
And I'm Tanisha. And you're entering the Sister Chat, the live edition.
A little subdued today, but okay, cool. But like I said, we are a very, very special show for you. We have a brand new segment because we're going to do a deep dive today. We're going to have a trial on CM Punk, so just stay tuned because there were definitely thoughts and feelings.
He's guilty, involved. I say. Guilty.
Okay, and he's guilty. I love this for you. So fast. We want to remind you that wherever you are watching us, late on the East Coast, less late on the West Coast, we want to remind you that you can subscribe. This is your moment to hit that subscribe button on wherever you may listen to it. In fact, we have multiple social media platforms. You can visit us on our website. So if you're watching us on YouTube, on TikTok, on X, on Facebook, on Twitch.
Hi, Candace. Hello.
Girl, we love you. You find us everywhere. Didn't even release a statement yet. Tell nobody. Didn't tell nobody. But Candace knew. But Candace, you're going to really love today's episode. Because, we have CM Punk trial. So look at that. John knew where to find us.
Hello, John.
We get later on Thursdays these days. And with that, y'all know what time it is. Because we never can start a show without doing The Streets Are Talking. Admittedly, I have no clue where I put that right now. So I'll just have to found it. All right, here we go.
Yo. Shh, quiet now. Leaning close. The streets are talking loud and clear. Wrestling whispers in your ear. Rumors flying, news is popping. The ropes are tight, no one's stopping. The streets are talking, yeah. You better listen. Main event mama's dropping all the wisdom.
That's such a vibe every time. So, the streets are talking.
Not you always on YouTube, Candace.
She said she always on YouTube. Candace, I support it. All right, so the streets are talking, and they clearly have so much to say today in particular. I'm going to put a new ticker. So just so y'all know, the stories are going to be at the bottom moving forward because we want y'all to hang with us. I know our YouTube audience are like, what y'all talking about today? I'm going to help you with that. Here's the rundown, guys. We're going to start with the streets are talking. Then we're going to take you to our new segment, Mama's Timeout, where we put CM Pile. Then we're going to do a week recap so you can find out about the latest and the greatest in WWE, NXT, and in AEW because we have a pay-per-view this week. And then we got to hit the speed round. So we got a lot to cover. So on to the streets. So, do you know, Tanisha, that ESPN has ditched traditional reviews for WWE PLEs on there? website. So typically, they would give the event a grade. And you may realize several times now, the grades have been quite low for WWE. So as a result, they have decided they are shifting to a power profile format that focuses on narrative momentum and main event viability.
What?
It's a move, quote unquote, towards treating wrestling like a legitimate sport. And the question is, do you think this helps or hurts the sport? We definitely need y'all to chime in, John and Candace, because I don't know. I feel like if you were to ask me, I feel like they're doing it because WWE has gotten some pretty negative reviews from ESPN for some time now. So that's my thinking. But what do you guys think?
I ain't gonna lie. I understand what you were talking about. And I was like, what? Who? What? I don't know. But
help me, John. Candace, either one of y'all do ESPN.
Hold on, wait. I know that they were writing blogs and stuff, but I'm gonna think that, the higher ups are like, if you can't talk nice about it, just don't say nothing at all. And that's probably what happened, because I feel like the blogs were never saying nothing nice. They were always criticizing how bad it was.
For good reason, though. There has definitely been some pay-per-views that were rough against. Like, I'm never going to forget, didn't they get a C for WrestlePalooza?
Yeah, they did.
Admittedly, it was not great. Wasn't great at all. So I just thought that was an interesting story, because to me, you could just be working on the show itself rather than worried about how people might feel by the grades. That's where I'm taking that point of view. So that's where I'm taking that. But y'all let me know in the chat if you feel like this was a good idea or not. You think we're right that they should have just worked on the content versus being worried about, I don't know, things that you can't control, such as journalist grades. Just going to tell you that. All right, next story.
Okay.
So Ruca was on Stephanie's podcast. What's your story?
Okay.
So in a deeply personal interview, she addresses the problem of people feeling like she is not Black, because if you realize, like, we've had this, if you're on Twitter, like us, me specifically, then you've seen a lot of this conversation, especially during Black History Month, about who's really Black, who's not Black, because apparently we don't have nothing else important to talk about, that this is the one that we're going to key in about which wrestlers we feel are Black, and then we're going to have the audacity to ask them to prove it. Because, again, we have nothing further to do at this time but to harass wrestlers about their heritage. And Soul mentioned that, it was kind of frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I said I just left it for there once we're done with
yes.
this, so we can hand it to it. Mm-hmm.
No worries, I see it. But at the end of the day, no one should have to prove they're Black at all on the internet. Just saying. Like, y'all fail to realize that we are, in fact, real people, and that there are feelings that could be hurt. And in race in particular, that's a hard situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said.
I think that sucks. And I think, everybody has an opinion. We have an opinion too, but it's just like sometimes, I feel like it's a sticky situation. Like, to be.
I feel like it's a bit disrespectful because, like Michin and Kiana James also sympathize, because it was the same online conversation about them. Like, Black people come in all different shapes, sizes, colors, hair colors, eye colors. We all do. So I don't really think it's super important to ultimately make people prove their heritage. Because I swear, y'all could go back a couple generations like I did on Ancestry and you'd be shook at it about finding out about where your heritage started, ended, extended. I didn't realize it has so many European ties, and I have no clue. Well, that's not true. I traced it all the way back, so I do know how they got there.
Right.
But who would have known? You know what I mean? So I just think we need to be cognizant of these kind of conversations and respectful to these athletes. Like, these are real people. Let's be kind. If we have things to say, let's just talk their characters. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different conversation than, you know, their personal lives. All right, let's see.
Because we never know nobody personally. We only see what we see online, on TV, like in interviews, but that doesn't mean we know who they are, because if you don't know them personally, you don't know nobody.
Amen. So. Celebrities are celebrities. Just like you don't know us personally and we don't know you personally, but we enjoy interacting with you. All right, so I want to go back to this comment you have here.
Yes.
I don't think they do ratings for any other sports. However, also, if you want people to subscribe, it's probably best not to bash the product. Amen, sis, because, you know, bottom line figures matter. So that's kind of important. I absolutely agree with you. You know what, John? Can you put that up too? Just John out here doing the most.
Okay.
The last one. Yep.
I was gonna go to his other one. Mm-hmm. They do.
Oh no, you can go to his other one in just a second.
Okay. But that's what they do. They want you to prove it like that.
I'm gonna wear a dashiki. I just want to tell you, my dad did that one time. One time.
Well, what?
Wore a dashiki one time. Back, you know, around the early 90s, where it was black and proud, was doing all that. There was a lot of them. You might not have been around that weekend, but I tell you, it was him.
Around that weekend.
It was our stepmom. It was our sister and our little
sister
and our little brother.
I ain't gonna lie. I probably have seen them in like African garb and trying to. I was like, okay, I see you.
I mean, a lot of it's quite nice, but that doesn't mean that's going to be my, you know, I don't think Black History is my time to just pull it out to make people happy.
You know what? I would love to get like a little custom little, you know, African outfit.
Ensemble?
Yeah.
I hear you. You should see what they wear to weddings.
I'm
like, girl, give me that
weddings, I see like different things. I'm like, I'm down. I'll wear that. Let me go back to what John said about ESPN. I think that's a
Tom Broadway. Welcome.
Oh, hey, what's up? Oh, you on TikTok too?
I gotta pull it up on the computer because I can't look at it on my phone. Go ahead.
I think that's
grades are overrated, John.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? You're not wrong. I mean, my thing is, you're right. You can give critical and thoughtful analysis regardless. We don't always grade things, because I also think there is nuances to things, and it's also subjective. So that's crazy. All right, next story.
Let's go. Oh, I got
this is one we just covered about these ticket prices.
Mm-hmm.
So it says WWE slashes their WrestleMania prices after initial sticker shock. So the streets are read. That was last week and the week before and the week before that, of course. And it looks like WWE heard them. So after starting with a cheap seat at $254, night 2 has plummeted to $177 for the cheapest seats. Yes, and night 1 saw a similar drop from $228 down to $177 as well.
You want to know where that's at? I'll tell you.
Yes, I would like to. Can you tell me where this is? Is this in the can't believe you can't see anything, you need binoculars and you'll be staring at the big screen all night seats?
Let's see. It was, see, they have changed since I'm staring at it, because it's now up to $254.
Okay, so now we back up to okay, so the cheap seat is back to $254. So you can see how this is going to be a big situation.
I'm going to tell you where it's at. It is section 432, row number 2, 3, and 4. Is one.
Where is that?
Where is that? Okay, so so remember this? It's like
the head again.
Hold on, but it's like all the way up here.
Oh, so where's the ring? Yeah, nah. you could also pay the ESPN price, or better known as VPN price, and
Now, if
stay in
you
your
want
home
to get a
and be
little
warm and happy.
closer, maybe more like my
Okay.
eyebrows. No, actually, maybe right here to here.
Okay.
It is section. Hold on. It doesn't want to tell me everybody else section anymore because it's like, wait, no, come back, do these. And you're like, no, I don't want those. It was like $250 something, but you were like here. And the ring was like here.
Okay, that's crazy. So you're not gonna be able to see nothing.
But that's still per ticket. So it's not even like it's per ticket and before taxes.
Okay. Well, do you think if that's gonna change anything with their tickets? I mean, are people gonna be more willing to go and to travel and to visit Vegas?
Well, you want to know what
for
they're
some
also
people?
offering on ticket?
What are they also offering?
Ticket and hotel deals.
Ooh, okay. How are we doing that?
So it says
What's going on
exclusive
here?
offer, ticket and hotel packages. Kick off the weekend in Las Vegas with tickets and WrestleMania Saturday and unlock exclusive package savings when you stay at the MGM resorts. Fine packages, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you right now how much that may cost. So the essential package. So they have 3 packages.
Okay.
The essential package is the lowest price available. 2 tickets in most affordable hotel for $502. Then you have the plus package. 2 tickets in
Welcome.
2 tickets in hotel close to the venue for $930. Mind you, this is tickets only for Saturday, so it's not even like.
I was gonna say, is it for 2 days? No,
nope, it's just for Saturday.
Look at us still trying to figure out how to go to Vegas. That's crazy.
Okay. And now you want to know what the premium package is. Want to know how much?
How much is the premium package?
So 2 tickets in the premium hotel for $4,564. Mind you, it's still only 1 day.
Okay, so I want to ask y'all.
But you can't
on
build
my
your
square.
own. I don't know what that means, but you can build your own. That starts at 502.
I'm not interested in building my own. All right, so on my square, welcome. I remember my pops taking me to WrestleMania 1, and my price was only $30. That's kind of awesome. That was a long time ago. Welcome to inflation in years.
That is just too funny.
Welcome to inflation in years. I feel like
premium
when our brother bought my WrestleMania ticket, it wasn't crazy. I don't think he spent $1,000 for both of us at all. I think it was probably like, and we were up there. Like, we had a good time, but we was up there, watching Triple H and Undertaker in Atlanta. So, I mean, it was like, we couldn't have possibly afforded anything like that. But you're saying that, and imagine, like, that was 1 night. So now you're looking at 2 nights. And don't forget, people, that they're also going to be, Raw and SmackDown are going to be pretty close around that vicinity because they want people to also go to those things because naturally.
You know what? Let me see how much SmackDown is because this is I'm just into.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Like, I believe SmackDown and Raw are also going to be in Vegas as well.
But this is the weird part. But the prices I just told you were actually for 1 day, but for Sunday.
So I want to talk about this too. So this is my question for y'all because there's definitely a distinct price in night 1 to night 2. So clearly, night 2 is the one that's going to be the night, the real huge important night for WrestleMania.
And that's probably why they want everybody to go there on that.
Is that where we're looking at Roman and CM Punk? Is that where we're going for that night 2 situation? Is that why it costs more? Are the talent on night 1 less important? Because it feels like it's a little disrespectful to me. What if you're performing on night 1? You're seen as less than night 2?
I mean,
I have questions.
I have
questions. So you tell me what y'all think about those tickets because that's crazy work. So while we do that,
did you know there's also you can only buy 8 tickets? That's the limit. You can't only buy 8 tickets. You can't buy more.
Oh my goodness! Because I know 8 people that I can't afford these tickets for. I'm so excited for them because I'm out here trying to figure out how I'm gonna make it. But okay, I can afford 8 tickets. All right, so this next story,
as you
y'all
do
keep
that,
talking in the chat.
Yep.
I am going to talk about Tyra May Steele.
Okay, I'm listening.
Here we go. So, Tyra May Steele, there was a strange rumor that she had gotten released today. Yes, I know. I also said question mark, question mark. I was like, why are we doing this? Well, it all comes back to this tweet that she sent out. On a weekend off working for WWE, I went back to Olympic wrestling, won gold at Worlds. Prize purse was $350,000. Okay. Tried to go back to WWE that Monday. They moved me up to Raw just to tell me they had to let me go because I went behind their back. So was this a nightmare dream? Under what world did you think that she would release a statement like this and take that as a news story?
Well, I mean, it says at the bottom they moved me to Raw just to tell me that they had to let me go because I went behind their back. I would think that means you would let go.
Did you see the poll underneath that though?
Oh, nightmare or dream. Oh, so this was a nightmare or a dream. Oh, well, it'd be both. Oh, it's okay.
She's asking people whether it's a nightmare or a dream.
Same thing to me. We're sleeping.
Either way, you know what it's not?
Not real.
There you go. There you go. So while we out here with these thoughts and feelings, people, can we just be mindful that we read the whole tweet moving forward so that we don't find ourselves with, egg on our face, wondering what happened here? Because it took me a minute. I was very confused as to why people were saying that she had gotten released, because clearly they're investing in her, right? Like there's a lot of investment in Tyra May Steele. She won LFG season 1. She was in NXT for a short period. They moved her down to Evolve for a period to work on her character. So at what point do we establish that they're just going to give up? They spent a lot of time and energy and money in this man here. I don't think they're just going to be like deuces. At least not yet.
Okay. On further research.
Got you.
For SmackDown, I'm seeing a lot of resale tickets. Like a lot.
You're seeing resale tickets? People trying to make profit?
Like they're literally.
We got some answers here. That's a good question, Candace. Why did she post this? Y'all tell me why you think she posted it. I was like, do you think she's happy? Because I had questions.
But she went down. She went to Evolve.
I'm trying to think of a way to say this nicely.
I mean, that's where she probably needs to be right now. But I mean, you can't. The reason I'm saying that is she won LFG. Thank you.
Season 1.
She won that, and I guess when you win that, you go to NXT, right? She goes to NXT. She gets in a story with what's his name? Troy? That's not his name. What's his name?
It wasn't Troy. It was.
Can't think right now. But the other Olympic.
No, Troy was the first winner. Wait, wasn't he? Troy? No. Yes, maybe. Who was the first winner? Give me a second.
Into a storyline against Ethan Page and Chelsea.
Yes, it was Ethan Page, Chelsea. Oh, it wasn't Troy. It was somebody else who was not on LFG.
No, it was the dude who was trying to get out of the slave master.
Catch crew. He was the one who also was Tavion. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Because I was like, wasn't he the one who got attacked this week too? So I mean, I'm just saying.
Right.
He's still on TV.
He is.
Thank you, Candace.
But I ain't gonna lie, I think that was the most stupidest storyline ever. America versus Canada. I don't understand. But anyway, and then they put her back all the way to Involved. I don't know.
Yes. Sorry, I just saw something on TikTok. They said Soul Ruca is mommy. She to go. She is definitely very talented. I'll give you that. But I do want to say this. I don't know that she's happy right now, and I do think that has to do with maybe her movement But maybe this was a way to get people talking about her. Because I don't really watch Evolve, respectfully. And the last time I saw her on Evolve, it didn't make me want to watch further. Nor did they move her back and forth to NXT like they do. They did the Vanity Project before they moved them over. Like they did with Kendall. She just vacated her title. Like,
she did?
This is your moment, sis. Okay? This is your moment to lock in, as my kids like to say, and make an impact. Because shouldn't you be Evolve champion? Like, I mean, you got some stuff going on there. A lot of ID recruits over there. Just saying, you could be on the big time before you know it. That's my thought there. All right. Let's do our next story. You ready?
Well, either way, the resale tickets were the most I saw was for
400 and something.
No, actually 200 and something. But
for SmackDown?
Yeah, but it's like section something. So it's at the T-Mobile Arena, so it's not at the stadium. So, but they still up there. They're still like in the nosebleed sections. Those are the nosebleed sections.
Okay, so John, because you watch Evolve and you know I don't, so I have a question here. Are you saying Tyra May Steele lost to Kendall? I was going to call her Kendra, I'm sorry. Kendall yesterday? Are you telling me that's what happened? Please confirm, because, I don't watch Evolve. I only have so much TV for wrestling time. I love y'all, though. So I have to. But just confirm that for me, John, that was Tyra May Steele. In which case, again, she's at work. So what's the problem? You should get in time. All right, I got something new.
I can tell you, even looking at Raw, all of them are resale tickets. I literally clicked each one. So all of them are resale tickets. The most is like $220.
I mean, the Raw after WrestleMania usually is the kickstart of a whole new program. So I would expect those to pick up probably closer to WrestleMania night 1 and night 2. I don't think they're going to be sold out until then. Because I think depending on what happens, it will, it will pick up. Today I saw people are reselling meet and greet. You know what? That's because they're expensive. Hard out here. Y'all know how much gas costs right now.
Hold on, time out. They're reselling the meet and greets. Now, see, that is a new low. I
didn't know you could do that. It's optional. You can. Y'all tell me. Y'all can be out here selling meet and greets. Please and thank you. I have questions. Please tell me because I want to know. I didn't think you could sell those.
I didn't think you could sell those either. But I guess you could do a lot of things when you're not going anymore.
Listen, maybe you just gave up. You decided this ain't for you. All right. So Triple H was on the Roommates show.
What's a Roommates
and he
show?
said, I don't know. I think it might be it looks like maybe like a podcast type show. Timothy Thatcher made her Kendall's latch out the door and she did cool, but Kendall, okay. But Kendall what, Jen? Don't leave us hanging. No, I hate a cliffhanger. Okay, while we wait for your answer. The Roommate show, he was on there, and he said that the current era of WWE and its resurgence is bigger than the Attitude Era. He cited global reach and celebrities as to why this is the case.
What?
Was he right?
Absolutely not. What?
He said that ultimately everybody wants to come. His box is like full of celebrities wanting to come to Raw and get involved in wrestling. And so he's like, this is biggest it's ever been. Period.
I'm going to say two things could be right and wrong.
Okay.
Two things could be wrong. I don't know. It's one of those. Well, yes, I think a lot of celebrities are trying to get on Raw and things of that nature because I feel like that's always been a thing. Yes, Candace, delusional, because he was a part of the Attitude Era.
He's delusional. I hear you.
I'm not understanding how he would think that this is. I mean, I guess I understand why, because this is his creation, but this is definitely for someone who was raised during the Attitude Era. What? You crazy. Maybe we got a glimpse of it when you did the Raw segment with Jay and LA Knight and Seth and all that stuff. But if you ain't gonna give me that
We're gonna get into that.
if you ain't gonna give it to me consistently, then no, this is not bigger than the Attitude Era.
I think there was a time that it was bigger in the sense of selling more tickets, more sold out arenas, things like that. Because you also have to remember, before the Attitude Era, they were in a bit of a downswing. Okay? So WCW was winning. ECW was still pretty big. So they had seen a decline in their tickets and things like that. So when you factor in that, I can understand what you're saying. However, I think it was also accessible to more people. Now I think you're going to start to see less sellouts, like we're already seeing, like having a hard time moving some of these tickets, which means they're pushing prices, not just for WrestleMania, but they did last week too, if I'm not mistaken. Did they say it was sold out last?
They said they was sold out. The lie stays hell.
Listen, I don't think they were. I think they had to give out some tickets there. So I'm just saying, like, I thought that was an interesting idea. Like, if you consider what they were going through at the time, then maybe, just saying. Thank you. So John's going to explain what the roommate pod is, because
I didn't know they had a podcast.
We didn't know. I thought it was a podcast. Okay. Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart of the Knicks. Well, there you go.
I know. I didn't know they had a podcast, but I guess, they need something to do on the off season. You know what? Let me stop. Okay.
Well, no comment. So out there, remember, feel free to comment and let us know if you think they're right or wrong about this. I think that there's caveats to that conversation. I wonder what bigger means. Does it just mean that, you have the opportunity to make more money? Because I would argue yes, because TKO is out here doing the most, trying to make money. But I don't think that necessarily means you're just as popular. And I think we've seen a downswing. All right, next story. Let's talk Cedric Alexander, because I really want to talk about him. Let me tell you.
Oh, okay.
He was on Busted Open, and he said that he could have joined AEW with VP and Benjamin Hurt, who are out there doing this Hurt Syndicate stuff. But he chose to stay independent because he wanted to prove himself. Was this a good decision?
Yeah.
I mean, I will say, I think he's doing amazing work in TNA. And I think that the work that he's doing with the faction that he's in gives him a whole new vibe. It gives him a whole new, coat of paint in a lot of ways. So I definitely understand where that could come. But I was just curious, what do you think? Was it a good idea? Was it an idea? So he has joined the Hurt Syndicate in AEW? I love John. John's like, they out here doing the most.
Wait a minute. Not after they dogged his wife. You know what? I don't even know.
I was going to say that. And I was curious why he didn't mention that piece. Yes, that happened.
Wait, when? Huh? Who? What?
A couple years back.
Who dogged his wife?
Tony Khan. Tony Khan dogged his wife in a lot of ways. It was a whole story for a long time. Right?
Tracy's his wife? Tracy's his wife? Who's his wife?
Tracy? No. His wife is, what is her name? And she had a disease she was being with too. And she had overcome a lot. Let me see his wife's name. Big Swole. That was his wife. I knew. I was like, wait.
Oh,
that's her name.
Okay.
Yes. And they have a daughter and everything. I was very upset when I saw what happened to her. And that's when some of the stories about AEW potentially being racist came out, and it was a whole thing. A whole thing. But I wondered why he didn't mention none of that on Busted Open. He just wanted to keep that close to the vest?
I mean, something has to be close to the vest.
Why? She was very, very outspoken and very angry when it happened. Just to put that out there.
Maybe she asked him not to say nothing.
Could be.
Maybe they don't want to. Maybe they're okay where they're at, and there's no need to shake feathers
anymore. Fair. Hi, Exclusive Nights. Welcome on TikTok. We had a blast on their podcast. Yes. last Saturday, and it is up on our YouTube. So if you have not had a chance to, please do. It was so much fun, and we can't wait to go back. So there's that. All right, Candace, he's getting consistent time in TNA. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. I'm like, you see him, he gets to do independent. Like, what more is there? Like, he seems quite pleased. You get to see him more than we even did in WWE in a lot of cases. So feels good to me. All right, lastly, I have a Seth Rollins update.
What he going to?
Yeah, I'll let you read John's message.
Okay.
Where I tell you about Seth Rollins, and then we'll circle back. All right, so Seth Rollins, he said despite him appearing on Monday Night Raw, he's at least a few more weeks out from being medically cleared. So as a result, he will not be getting physical anytime soon, which is why we are doing the Masked Man Shuffle. That's what's happening.
I mean,
in case you're out there wondering why. That's fine.
So I'm not gonna lie. When he went to the shuffle, I kind of knew where he went.
Oh, were you watching him?
I was. I mean, if you ever watch, remember how they used to have the cups and you put something in the cup and you'd be like, all right, where we at? And go, but you'd be like, I'll be honing like, oh, you moved it over there. Okay. And you moved it over here. Mm-hmm. Then you'd be like, that one. How did you know? Because I know. Just give me that one. Just, and it'd be right underneath it because you just be watching. Sometimes, you can get a little tricky, but what I did know, he wasn't one of the chubby ones that left.
He wasn't. And I was like, did he even hop over the barricade? For all I know, my guy just like walked, just left. I was like, how are you supposed to know? Hard to say. Hey, cuz, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, hi. I don't have it up on my phone no more. I don't know what's happening.
Nonetheless, all right. Are you ready for our brand new segment?
Yes.
I'm so excited to premiere this because we're going to get into some deep stuff. And we did an entire Bloodline marathon to be prepared for this. So let's get it.
4 hours. Jeez.
Yeah. The evidence is gathered, the witnesses are called in the squared circle jungle where the drama is walled. We're scanning the tapes, yeah, we're checking the tape. No narrative is safe, there is no escape. From the promo they spit to the moves in the ring, we're deciding the truth and the weight that they bring. Is it right, is it wrong? Let the record reflect. Every plot, every lie, the word is set. The docket is full, put the rumors to bed. The main event mamas are 3 steps ahead. It's mama's time now.
Yeah, we're breaking the case.
Main event mamas,
putting truth in its place. We're diving deep in the drama, peeling back every layer. Back half in the heels, and the championship player. Order in the court, or get tossed from the ropes. We're the end of the hype, and the death of the hopes. If the story is shaky, we're calling a foul. Main event mamas, it's our segment now.
In the wrestling justice system, the people are represented by 2 separate yet equally important groups. The facts and the mamas. In the wrestling justice system, the people are represented by 2 separate yet equally important groups. The facts and the mamas.
How'd you guys like our new song? Got a new one we're premiering for you. You're welcome. I wrote that too. You're welcome. All right, so I'm ready. I'm putting on my serious voice. Okay. So, welcome to. Why are you tapping? What's happening?
I'm just tapping
raising
myself.
Your hand?
No, I'm just tapping myself.
That's crazy. All right. Welcome to our very first Main Event Mamas Timeout. This is the point in the show where we're going to do a deep dive into a claim or a topic from a hot storyline in wrestling. This week, we are blowing the whistle on the psychological warfare that we saw this week. Okay. We're not just recapping Raw, because we will in the next segment. But today, we're going to put CM Punk, Phil Brooks on trial. for the
Larry's
claim he made
non-biological
against the
dad.
Bloodline. Shut up, child. What are you talking about? Anyway, Lord, she can't be up this late. Anyway, we're putting him on trial for the claims he made against the Bloodline. So on Monday night, CM Punk went somewhere we haven't seen him go in years. He didn't just insult Roman Reigns. He dug up the past. The previous week, he told Roman, "I'm going to bury you next to your father, Sika." And while the world is talking about the disrespect, we want to hone in on the truth. Jey and Jimmy and told them that he was sorry that their own cousin never. So to truly understand what was going on here, we're going to take you through the receipts. Are you ready? Let's do it.
Wait, what is John talking about?
What is wrong? He said, "Don't put me in timeout." John, listen, you about to get put in timeout. You interrupt one more time, okay? You are only, there is some questions here. So I promise you, it's an engagement piece to this. It's not just me presenting the case. But I want y'all to tell me if we are right and we are wrong at the end of this case here. Okay? Let's do it. All right, so let's start with the foundation. Roman Reigns likes to say that the Bloodline was family and love. But was that true? Because I could argue it might have been built on extortion. And with that, we're going to take you back to 2020 when this whole storyline began. And this is where I'm going to tap into Nisha because she watched all 4 hours because I did not watch all 4 of them because I lived them. So I didn't need to revisit all of them that way. But we're going to take you all back to 2020. Roman comes back, turns heel, and suddenly we're starting to see some rifts in this new attitude with him and Jimmy. It evolves into matches. Thank you, Candace. It evolves into matches. And I was specifically want to call your attention to October 2020, and Roman was in an I Quit match with Jey. Jey wouldn't break, so Roman did the unthinkable. So this was after Jimmy saved Jey the first time. So there, I technically should have took you back there because remember, he threw in that towel the first time.
Not me.
What that match was.
I don't know, but me reading what he said, I know what it says, but that's not what I said in my head. You know what I said in my head? Remember?
Nope.
Finding Nemo? And
Yep. No.
No.
Okay. We're not doing that. Nope.
Ooh, la, la.
I love you, but I already know where we're going. We're not doing it. So I'm gonna take y'all back.
Okay, wait. Ask me the question. You said, "Do I remember what happened before the I Quit match?"
Yes.
Well, yeah, he was pretty much, beating his cousin down,
Yes.
All because Jey.
It was definitely debating.
It was, but it also
what?
Enviness.
Yes, I would say it was envy.
Because Jey literally was starting to rise on his own because Jimmy was gone, and then Jey actually won to be a number one contender for the championship. Was that before or after the I Quit match?
So that was before. So we have to go. So we're going back a little further than where we are right now. We're starting in September 2020. So that was when, after Roman won the Universal Champion, they became the number one contender. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
However,
and then
the match was at Clash of Champions where Roman brutally beat Jey, demanding that he acknowledge him. And that's when Jimmy came out and threw that towel directly in his brother's face, by the way. That was really funny to revisit, just to let you know. Because Jimmy, who had been out with a knee injury, limped down to the ring and threw in that white towel. So you have to remember, take you back to 2020. We was in the Thunderdome era where all of us don't want to remember. That's where we were. We was all watching on weird screens. It was real quiet. But the best part of that is that you could hear all the dialogue. That was the part I really enjoyed. All right,
Yes.
now go ahead. I just wanted to point that out.
I mean, yes. I mean, you know, when Jimmy came down, you could hear Jey breaking character, calling him John, and like, don't do it. And he's like, nah, I got to. Like, you like, you get beat up. What do you mean? Like, I can't. I think at that time, we were seeing how ruthless Roman can be to his family, and then try to gaslight you and say it's all out of love.
That's right. So there was something here. There was definitely a sense of wrongness that we all were watching at home feeling, which is a little different than how we're feeling right now. And that's why I think it's important that we go back so we really think about this. Thanks, John. So now we're going to go into the I Quit match at the Hell in Cell in October 2020. So Roman was not satisfied with his towel victory. He wanted total submission. So he challenged Jey to the first ever I Quit match inside Hell in a Cell. If the twins lost, they had to fall in line and take orders, or they and their families would be exiled from the family. You remember that?
I do.
Y'all remember?
I remember.
He told them, you, your wives, and your kids will be out. He said that on SmackDown.
And I remember Jey was like, who are you to say that?
That's right.
Like, at that time, I felt like that's when Jey was starting to become Crash Out Jey. He was just like,
he was.
Why are you saying these things? You can't tell me my family can't eat. What's wrong with you? I thought that was
that's right, Candace. That's where we go next.
Showing the distance of, I felt like what they were doing in those moments, and I feel like this is what they're still going to continue doing, is showing the relationship that all three of them had as cousins growing up. And Jey pretty much being in the middle of both of them, as well as like Jey not able to think for himself. He always went with what Roman said against Jimmy. That's how I looked at it. Again,
I agree with you. So we're going to this part. So the climax of the match, Roman was about to crush steel stairs, and then Jimmy rushed into the ring to plead with Roman, weeping and telling him that they could fix this because it was Oscar worthy. This is when Roman's and chops came in. You know, he took them lessons and he was out. And then he seemingly broke down in tears too. Remember, he's in the ring.
He did. I was like, oh, look at him. He's so sad.
A little bit.
And
yes, it was real. It was real sad. And then showed a rare moment of vulnerability until he locked Jimmy into guillotine choke, which caused Jey.
Which I ain't gonna lie, he was choking the mess out of him. Like you could see his eyes. His eyes were like, "Yo, what is happening?" And he just kept squeezing. You're like, clearly, we could tell that this is taking y'all back to when y'all used to fight, because he was just like,
100%.
I felt like Jey sold it, but I also felt like Jey was tired, and I think that's why it took him a while to. Oh wait, my bad. What's going on? Let go. But yeah, I mean, at that time, it should have been Oscar worthy. But
upon further investigation in that moment, Jey was supposed to be out, right? He was supposed to be out, which is why Jimmy came in to protect him. So when Roman decides to, put Jimmy in this guillotine, Jimmy is smacking Jey, trying to wake him up. I was like, I didn't realize there was nuances to the story at the time.
Oh, you didn't?
He's smacking him. No. I was like, he woke up, right? Like, I didn't realize he hit him and hit him and hit him. Like when you're trying to wake up your sibling, like, please help me.
That's what I'm saying. If you look at his face, it was like, he's really choking me out. I need you to get up. Like, hello.
Absolutely.
Right now, immediately.
So, all right, I'm going to ask you guys a question in the chat. We got some people watching with us. So drop a number 1 in the chat if you believe Jey should have never said those words. And drop a number 2 if you think Romans were just tough love or for the good of the family. So you tell us in the chat whether you think whether they were thug tears or not, John. whether Jey shouldn't have said those words, regardless of what was going on with Jimmy, because it was going to subject them to servitude. Or 2, if you think Roman just had to just get things together. He just had to get things together. So this is your moment, guys. I'm going to pop this in the chat too so you can see what our engagement piece is right this second. All right. So why do we keep going?
I mean,
Tanisha, are you saying what? You're saying he should have never said those words?
Because I'm going to tell you right now, if this was y'all, right? I have to think about it this way. If this was y'all, I'm not going to say I quit. I'm going to somehow muster up the strength to get up and start beating him up. You'll just have to get hit in the process. But, you know, why would I say I quit? You'd be mad that I said I quit just to save you. Like, what? No.
I wouldn't. It just put us in the servitude. So I would have been real upset. I'm not going to hold you. I would be mad.
That sounds crazy.
Mm-hmm. I would be really angry with you. I'd be like, she got me going through this. Everybody's going number 1. Is anyone going number 2?
This is like, this is not fair. I don't feel number 1.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you guys that, all right, so far we have established that Roman was doing the most, okay?
He was.
That, can we say that, you know, they were kind of forced into the servitude?
They were.
At this point in the story. All right? So let's keep going. More stuff happens. I can't believe we did that. Now we're going to skip to May through to July of 2021. So we're going to go through WrestleMania, where Roman famously pinned Edge and Daniel Bryan at the same time. And we're going to get Jimmy back, who he's returned from his ACL injury. However, he returned as a loyal soldier, which we assume would have happened, consider the quit situation. He returned as the voice of reason.
Was it the voice of reason, or did he return as the big brother? Like, that's my brother back.
So, I mean, hold on. Let me show y'all that picture up here. Hold on. I want to make sure y'all looking at this picture. Hold a second, because I think this is super important. Our background. If you check our background, you're going to see that there is a picture of CM Punk because he's on trial. And then you're going to see at the top, right, you're going to see the picture of the twins. And this is around the time Jimmy has returned from injury. All right. So Jimmy is disgusted at what he can't believe that Jey has become Roman's right-hand man, or as Jimmy called him, Roman's bitch. Yep, that happened. I'm not making this up. Jimmy kept reminding Jey of the Hell in a Cell match that Roman choked you out or choked me out just to make you quit. Like, why are we following him? Jimmy famously wrote a shirt that said, "Nobody's bitch." I know y'all remember that shirt.
I remember that shirt.
And he walked out on Roman multiple times, refusing to acknowledge him as the tribal chief. All right. So here we are with Roman doing the most, right? This is where some gaslighting comes in. Roman, for me today. Jey won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. That's right. Only for Roman to come out and steal his shine. So I'm saying I might be fine. You know, before I rank my ruling, I just want to be clear that we the entire evidence pile we have. Okay?
Well, as
all right, so
now,
let's get into this gaslighting.
He is guilty. He's guilty.
You're not there yet, babe. It's not only bad things that happen to the twins, okay? I know this is bad so far. But Jey basically...
Wait.
What?
Candace said...
Yes, I do remember. Yes, that is the time when that happens, Candace, when Roman calls them the wrong name. It said it doesn't matter who you are. Yes. In fact, that is around that time. And it was very disrespectful. I'm so sorry, y'all. It was hella disrespectful. Anyway. Okay. So here we are. Roman tells Jey that Jimmy didn't care about their family's legacy or their table. He tells Jimmy that while he was home injured, Jey was the one doing the heavy lifting to keep the family. He made Jimmy feel like he was the weak link for not falling in line.
Well, can we talk about the things that Jey did to do the heavy lifting? Can we talk about how...
Let's do that. Let's dive into that.
Let's talk about how he felt like he had to apologize or prove himself worthy of his cousins and to be able to sit at the table or the island of relevancy or whatever you wanted to call it at that time.
We were in the island of relevancy. You remember?
He beat Daniel Bryan so bad and was like, I acknowledge you, I'm here, as with tears in his eyes. I was like, what is happening? Why you seem like a kid who's just trying to make their parent happy and nothing you do is going to make them happy, so you just keep adding on to the ante.
That's right. Like I said, this was a moment. Like, this examination made me feel so cut away. I was like, I don't know how I'm supposed to get through this, because it brought me back to how we were feeling, 5 years ago, almost, All right. So like I said, it didn't just end with the twins not getting anything, though. It wasn't just Roman getting the glory at this point, or it had been up until this point, until July 2021. To force them back together, Roman planted the seed that the only way to honor the family was for the Usos to become the SmackDown Tag Team
Champions.
That's right. So Roman essentially said, if you guys are so great, go prove it. But can only do it under my umbrella. Under his island of relevancy, if you will. So by the time that Money in the Bank in July rolled around, Jimmy's resistance is now crumbled, right? He wants to be with his brother more than he wants to be away from Roman. They beat Ray and Dominic to win the titles. Shout out to old school Dominic, okay? And the Bloodline... He was like baby Dominic, adorable. And the Bloodline is now a dominant gold-plated trio. So I want to stop here because I want to tell you something really important here that we've been arguing about and saying forever. If you are going to be a dominant faction, you need the gold. You gotta have the gold. You can't just be like, we're people and you have nothing. But here we go. But my point was, this is a massive piece of the puzzle, because it's the first time this new bloodline has functioned as a fully operational war machine. So no longer were the Usos just like falling in line. Now they become Roman's frontline defense. You know what, John? Listen here. We're going to pause right here so that we can put some stuff on the screen. Jey was always the black sheep. That's true. Me and Tanisha did have a conversation about this, remember when Jimmy was gone and we were kind of like, oh, we miss Jimmy. Oh, that's Jey. Like, it just wasn't exciting. But now, he's front and center. And then, like I said, baby Dominic, it was an experience to see that again. And how much he's grown, right?
Yes.
4 years.
Yes.
How much he's grown.
Yes.
Dominic, out here doing the best. All right. Now we're about to get into this next part. So what I want to go to now is this no apology conversation. Because there's a bit of a smoking gun here. Now, I could keep going on this unification tour where the world titles get da-da-da-da-da. But no. I really want to go so we can dive into CM Punk's claims. And I want to make sure you have all the evidence available to really determine whether we are right or wrong. Okay?
Yes.
Here we go. So here we go here. I'll chat back up. All right. So now let's look at this pattern.
Okay.
Does Roman ever say sorry? So back, now we're going to skip ahead to May 2023. Roman Usos apologized to him for losing. By November 2024, Jey stands face to face with Roman. And what did Roman do? He used "I love you" as a shield, which this has happened multiple times throughout this 5 years, even when he was beating him half to death in those matches that we just discussed in 2020 and 21. And 20, yeah. So here we go. He expects them to acknowledge him as a savior while erasing the trauma of the past without ever fully owning it. Mm-hmm. The only time Roman ever used the word sorry was to gaslight Jey, telling him, I'm sorry I ever let you waste my time.
I remember that.
So here's the question. This is a good one. Does an I love you from a tribal chief mean anything if it's never followed by an I'm sorry for the pain that he caused?
Oh. I mean, at least he fed him first. But I'm going to say no.
You going to say no?
Mm-hmm.
John said absolutely not. John said absolutely not. He said you could just miss me with all of that. Yes, he did yeet at him. We haven't gotten there yet, but we will. All right, so here we are so far. We now skip past quite a few things. We skipped past the fact that Sami joined. He had to earn their respect. He does eventually. And then Sami starts to realize that things are not quite rosy on the other side. And that Roman seems to be the only one really benefiting.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
And
I would say that
while Sami's trying to earn his stripes, if you will, he takes the Claymore, he helps Roman, he attacks his own best friends, he practically sells his soul. Then Roman brings in Solo. I'm taking you back for a reason, guys. So just so you know. Then he brings in Solo. And Solo acknowledges the tribal chief.
Uh-huh.
So all this whole time, Roman's bringing in all these people to help control
the twins.
Mm-hmm. So there's definitely something here that makes you go, Now we all know how this ends, right? I ain't gonna give you this ending because you already know how this ends. we've lived it, we've experienced it. We really just wanted to go backwards to make sure you guys understood how it all happened. I miss Chaos too.
I mean, listen, that was good.
Unless, Tanisha, you want to fill in any more from that period of time that you think is notable.
I mean, it's not really notable other than, let's think. No, them feuding with John Cena was when Jimmy decided he wanted to try to prove himself to Roman that he can do it. And
But that was after Jeff, right?
That was after Jey left. Mm-hmm. And that was after Sami pretty much betrayed the bloodline because he was tired of Roman stuff. And then him secretly meeting Jey a couple of times and putting little bugs in his ear. So.
And remember when Jey went missing? He quit. Remember he was just missing for a while? We would catch this here and there.
He quit twice.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And all this probably because, if you think about the trauma of the previous years, you start to look at this again. I'm like, whoa, this was really messed up. So let's take you back to this last Monday. On Monday, Punk called the Usos Roman's young boys. We all know it's a locker room. That's a bit of a slap in the face. Mm-hmm. To the Usos, it takes them back to May 2022, right? Remember the tag team unification part?
Yes.
Paul Heyman didn't give them a pep talk. He gave them an ultimatum. Win or don't come home to the island of relevancy. Mm-hmm. Punk is arguing that the Usos weren't champions. They were waiters, quote unquote, serving Roman's table. Hold those titles for 620. I'm sorry, that's crazy. 622 days. I'm sorry, I was tripping up on that's a big number. Out of pride, they did it out of fear of being homeless and jobless. You see where we're at here?
I mean, what?
You see where we're at here?
I do. I mean, but I would beg to differ.
So tell me why you beg to differ. Because like I said, I agree that I beg to differ in a way. Because like I said, it's not like they got nothing out the deal once they decide to fall in line. Go ahead, Sneisha.
I don't remember where I was about to go with this. I think, yeah. Sorry, just drew a blank.
Okay, no worries. All right, so in this point, hi, welcome.
Hello, welcome.
So listen, now we're going to get into this bury you line because y'all know how I feel about this. If y'all new here, I'm about to tell you. So when Roman feuded with Cody, it was wrestling royalty versus the American Nightmare, right? It was about legacy. CM Punk has moved the goal to the graveyard. So by bringing up Sika, Punk is telling Roman, you're believed in family, you believe in subservience, and when I'm done with you, your legacy won't be thrown, it'll be a headstone. But is that what he said?
That way? I mean,
no.
That's not what he said. That's a good take on it.
It is not what he said.
That's not what he said. Right. And that's not what he meant either. We knew what he meant. He said that with his chest.
He did. He did say
had
it
no
with his
regrets. Chest. Had no regrets to it. Hence, when the twins were making him try to say he was sorry, he just looked at them like they were crazy.
That's right. Which is why, again, I want to take you back to Monday. And a little bit to, I'm sorry, I wanted to take back a little bit about Cody and Dusty Rhodes' legacy. What Roman did say to Cody is that his father was irrelevant. Is that the same or equivalent to what CM Punk said?
No.
Y'all tell me in the chat. Do you think it's equivalent to what CM Punk said?
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. One was meant to, I mean, okay. Well, both of them were meant to sting. However, one doesn't have to do with the other. I think CM Punk got in his feelings and was like, oh, you ain't about to do X, Y, and Z. And that made him start talking from a place of hurt. And wanted to get his lip back as hurtful as he can, not thinking about the consequences.
So far, we've established that CM Punk was about that no apology thing, though, right? Can we all agree that CM Punk was right about that apology thing?
Yeah, I would
that
agree.
He used "I love you" to cover up rather than to just say, I'm actually really sorry. And like Candace said, he said yeet.
Who said yeet?
Roman. Remember when he was teaming back with Jey after all the shenanigans?
True. Yes. I remember that.
So instead of sorry, he said yeet. So I think that we established that CM Punk was right on claim too. Now let's talk a little bit.
Well.
What?
Yes and no, but that doesn't negate the fact that he had no business saying what he said.
There yet. I'm going to tell you what we're about to pass judgment on. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. I'm ready.
So I'm going to tell you.
I'm like, so
I just
far,
it's important to dissect these claims. That's it. You just dissecting the claims.
I'm like, so far, if I'm going to be a lawyer, it sounds like we got a couple of people guilty in this situation.
It does. But I want to, again, so let's talk about the Roman and the Cody Rhodes of it all. That was 2023 and 2024, right? So Roman tells Cody he's the son Dusty always wanted. That was part of one.
I do remember that. I do.
Roman also calls Cody irrelevant. So I don't know if he called Dusty irrelevant. So I'm kind of like, where was that? Y'all tell me if that actually happened or not, because CM Punk seemed to be England's at that point. So I don't know if he maybe cross-referenced that incorrectly. But my research said he called Cody irrelevant. He attacked Cody's identity and his relationship with his father, but he kept it within the bounds of wrestling royalty competition. So my family versus your family, right?
Even when The Rock came, he still kept
So
it.
now let's talk.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. He kept it about wrestling, not burying Cody with Dusty. That's what I'm arguing here. All right, so now we're looking at CM Punk and Roman Reigns from March 2nd.
Okay.
The whole bury you situation.
Okay.
He said you're irrelevant like your father. Thank you, Candace. Either way, he was talking about relevant in the world of wrestling. So I want to can we agree that that's what happened there? He didn't say anything personal. I'm going to bury you next to your father. Anything referencing death or anything like that, right? Wrong, indifferent. Y'all let me know out here if I'm right, wrong. Okay. Anyway,
I say you're right.
So I want to ask you this question about CM Punk. He said irrelevant like your father. Thank you, Candace, for confirming that. So I want to ask, is Punk speaking the truth here, or is he being a moral hypocrite by using a dead man to get a reaction? Hi, WrestleFaith.
Hi, Faith. Ooh. I feel like that's a tricky one.
It's a tricky one.
That's a tricky one. But I'm going to still say that he went low. Now, granted, Candace was right. Yes, okay, he started it, but he didn't start it in a way that he should have went to the pits of hell.
Okay. All right. So I hear you.
Uh-oh.
Faith has thoughts. Go ahead and pop that up.
I know. I'm trying to. There you go. Where did it go? Punk is speaking no truth.
He's trying to Roman's head.
Now, you know, Faith is here. She's going to fight for her Samoan brothers. So I just want y'all to be aware. These comments are about to get a little crazy.
So I'm glad we've had this investigation.
This is what Candace said. Uh-oh. She has frozen.
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I'm about to ask you 3 specific questions. I had too many windows open. My bad. All right. Oh, here we go.
Oh, did you see what Candace said? Did you see what Candace said before you
No. I'm telling you, it started with John Cena.
Started with John Cena comment.
Okay.
He did. I mean, that's not a lie. Oh! It's getting hot in here. Hold on.
I love when y'all come to play. Bring the firefights, man. Bring it in. The firefighters will just, we'll put the water out. Don't worry. Roman did not start anything. Before he made the comment about being irrelevant in a promo with Cody, he said he expected Dusty and loved him. I do remember that as well.
I do.
As well. And so at this point, I'm about to ask y'all, we're about to judge CM Punk here and his claims. Again, his first claim was that, as a reminder, Roman never said sorry for his actions.
I mean, he did it. He's not lying.
That's right. He's not lying there. His second claim. Hold on a second. I gotta grab my other notes. My bad, y'all. Sorry. And I be doing a lot of things. And I don't want to get too hot in here.
Because
I don't want to get too hot in here.
Hold on, wait. Faith says everyone is holding on to the irrelevant comment, trying to justify speaking ill on a recently deceased man. And no, he did not. Now I am going. Where is the proof? Where is the proof? Because there is none. Telling somebody I love you is not an apology. Just saying.
Sorry.
Hold on, it's just getting hot in here.
So based on all of this, here's my thing. This is where I really want to go with this. Is like, after that promo, I had to ask myself some serious questions here. Because, you know, I'm a little biased, but I try to keep it, I try to examine all my options before I make determinations here. But based on CM Punk's promo, my belief is that he has been a villain all along in the story.
I mean, well, he said when he came back, he wasn't coming to make no friends.
So true, but I feel like in this particular story, I'm going to rule CM Punk as the villain. Yes, he made a lot of poor choices, but based on the evidence I've just shown, he did not speak of Punk's dead or any recent loss he did not have.
Right.
He did not speak about CM Punk's wife any negative way.
Okay.
He also was not necessarily the best be part of a bloodline. However, that was not CM Punk's problem. So when it came to an apology, do you think he owed the apology to the twins or not? Based on CM Punk's own conversation about why he doesn't feel that he have to apologize. So this is ultimately where we're coming from. Based on everything we have seen and everything we have presented to you, is CM Punk the baby face or the heel in this story? That's the first question. And the second question is, do you think he truly owed the twins an apology? Those are the two things that we're trying to establish.
So, yes, he's the heel. And do I think he should owe his friends an apology? Yes, because why would you speak on their dead uncle? Because if I'm your friend, right? If we're friends, like we friends, it's my job to check you. So if I'm checking you and saying, hey, what you said was a little out of pocket, I need you to apologize. Now, granted, I ain't gonna lie, Jey came a little hot. Like, if he was out in the street, he probably would have rolled up and popped him. I don't know. But he should have at least apologized and meant it. Because technically saying, I'm sorry, and then following up with, I'm sorry that your cousin, then you're not apologizing truly for what I'm asking you to apologize for. All you're doing now is trying to soften the blow for whenever I decide to attack you. That's it. That's how I feel.
All right. So again, I got two questions for you. Popped them in the chat.
I'm like, I didn't answer.
No, not you. Not you.
Oh,
I'm asking our folks out here who got a lot of heat going back and forth. Got a little heat here.
When did Jimmy apologize to Jey? Ooh, wait a minute. We're not talking about Jimmy. Jimmy is not on trial here. And technically, both Jimmy and Jey were wrong because Jimmy walked out on him and did crazy stuff too before Jey did. So.
All right. That's the questions I put in the chat. So that's what we're ruling on today. Just so you know. I could tell you he's been a villain forever, but y'all don't want to hear that. So here we go. I feel.
Wait, before you say. I just want you to understand that Faith said the same thing I said or close to it.
Y'all need to not be like this. He don't need to go into the ground.
Faith, what I said was we should go to the cemetery and pretend to spread his ashes. That's what I said. That's why I was like to pretend to spread Larry's ashes. And put him you know what he could have did? He could have pretended to put Larry's ashes next to his dad.
Okay. That's what he could have done.
So now if you're saying I'm gonna be buried, so is Larry. Larry's gonna be with me. Now what? I'm Larry's dad.
Why are you like this?
I'm just saying. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Your time.
There we go. All right. So those are my questions for you in the chat. Feel free to weigh in because I really want to know what you guys think. I'm going to tell you what I have ruled. I have ruled that CM Punk is in fact the heel in this story because of what he said, but further because he did not offer his actual friends an apology for offending their family as well, and showed no acknowledgement or care about their feelings, he said. And further, I would argue, if you saw that little smirk on his face at the end of the story, and if you haven't, please feel free to check out my latest blog because I get into it on Monday Night Raw, the recap. But I feel CM Punk is in fact the heel in this story, which is crazy considering the amount of crazy we have gone through with Roman in the last how many ever years. Because technically he should be, but in this case, he is not. And secondly, did CM Punk owe the Usos an apology? 100%. Because regardless of how he felt about Roman, that was also their uncle. And this loss is pretty recent. And I would also argue that Cody losing Dusty was many moons ago. And that it's not the first time he was brought up in a story in which Cody was in. So I would argue Cody was probably a little desensitized to it. And he was probably more traumatized from what Drew did than what Roman did. Because Roman still came from a place of respect. So Kiara's ruling is, in fact, that CM Punk is a heel. And that who's the wrong one in the situation between CM Punk and Roman, and also the twins, coincidentally, I would just have to say it'd be CM Punk. That's where I net. How about you, Tanisha?
I thought I did. I thought I just ruled. No.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you felt heard.
I mean, yes, but I do want to answer because Candace, not Candace.
Candace is popping off in the chat. Don't worry, we coming.
Everybody's popping off in the chat. So I want to address some things. Okay, so
go. I love it. Let's go.
Faith, I love you, but if Jimmy's apologizing, so then Jay needs to apologize too. Just gonna put it there, because I was looking at it from a sibling standpoint, as a big sibling, right, an older sibling. If I'm telling you we ain't doing X, Y, and Z, and you still choose to do X, Y, and Z, why am I apologizing? Because you did X, Y, and Z after I told you not to do it.
Okay.
I ain't gonna apologize. And then it's just also too, then you have the little sibling, right? Because I'm both big sister, little sister. And if I decide to not listen, but then I'm telling you to chill and relax, and you choose not to, and you still want to puff up your chest, why am I'm not gonna apologize to you either. For what? I think everybody's wrong in this bloodline situation because they haven't healed from childhood. So it's intertwining in different ways, and it's bringing a good storyline. That's what I'm gonna say. Now, the twins are trying to get their respect back. I do believe that, but it still shows the ruling that CM Punk is wrong because those are supposed to be his friends. So he deserved every little punch he got. Can we just talk about that for a second? How he punched him in his face? That was crazy.
He did, but he deserved that. I'm just going to put that out there. He deserved it wholeheartedly.
Yes. All right. But I agree with you. I believe that I'm hot now. I believe that CM Punk is the heel. However, I also know Roman's the heel too. So
I'm saying in this situation.
Match. Oh, in this situation. Right. I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that he didn't punch him in his mouth, but it's whatever.
Well, thank you for visiting.
Sorry.
Our Mama's Timeout. We hope you enjoyed today's debate on CM Punk and history lesson on the Bloodline. This will be available for you on YouTube as a separate segment. So if you just want to see our court antics, you'll enjoy that. I'll talk the rest of wrestling because y'all are too hot in this chat. I don't want no more heat. Listen. Let's move move on to Monday Night Raw. So what did you think about this masked man shuffle? I really want to spend the time here because there's some conversation
it was funny. They should put music on.
online about that. Because the masked man shuffle was
it should be called the masked man shuffle. Right to the left.
It was kind of funny.
Turn around. Run away now. That's what it should be called.
It was kind of funny though. Admittedly, can you I was like, come on, y'all know Seth can't fight right now, so this is the best way to keep him on our TV. Bring it on. And
probably the best way to get him to WrestleMania without him fighting
or getting hurt, or him getting hurt. But we're not going to spend a lot of time on that because I feel like we already have all this to talk about. Because the thing I want to spend some time on is the Judgment Day, or what's left of it. Because listen, y'all. Healthy debate is very good, and we appreciate you all for joining in and having fun. We love it. Thank you for coming. This is a safe space. We want you to know that. All right, so let's talk Judgment Day because, ooh. She says Shredder and the New Foot Clan. I cannot. What is happening out here? Hey, what does this mean? What does this mean? How did I end up here? Y'all are just... How did I end up here? Y'all just be trying to take me out, and I am doing the best I can here. And y'all
that was what I want to say.
The most.
I ain't gonna lie. The moment Finn snapped, I was like, about time. Thank you. Free that man.
Not man panties. I love you, Faith.
Oh,
I do. I do. I love you. I'm so happy he's free too. I don't love that he had to be jumped out like we were straight up in a real gang. And it really brought to mind what happened with Rhea and Damian and also Edge to a degree, right? Like, I was like, you really got jumped out. Like, you was like in a gang, like for real. And I was like, you know what? This is why we had that PSA on why you shouldn't join gangs. I'm just going to put that out there because I didn't want to get jumped in or out. And it feels like Finn also got jumped before he got in, if you remember. So I was like, this was unacceptable.
Well, then it was a gang. He got in, and he got out. And he got out. Yes.
Yeah.
That was funny.
You know, but everybody had to beat him up. JD too.
Well.
He's the only reason JD got close to the daggone quote unquote family.
Well, if you think about how they did Judgment Day, it was always the ones. Because I'm trying to think, when they beat up Edge, it felt like the newest member always leads the beat up and kick y'all out. So I don't know.
You know what? Candace, shout out to you because yes.
Oh well, you know, but then I guess so because I'm going because Rhea and I was like, no, they were first. They were the first two. So
I was like, and then it was Finn, and it was Finn and Rhea and Damian, and they beat up Edge, and then Dom joined, and then what was it? Liv joined. Going in order. It does seem like Dom may be next. Thank you, Candace. I didn't see that pattern for once. I did not see it.
Yeah, but who is going to be the reason why he gets jumped out?
Him. He's going to be the reason why he gets jumped out. But it was an insane segment. It was really like, finally, I know I felt that moment deeply. Like, finally. Oh, nice, Faith. I didn't even see that connection either.
I like that.
For Danhausen, I think the curse lasts for a minute because I feel like the people he cursed in AEW stayed cursed. I don't know if when he disappeared, they got uncursed, I guess. I don't know. Now you got me yawning. Thanks, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I'm here.
Yes, you are. So yeah, I don't know how long this curse thing. Somebody out there, y'all could please tell us how long these curses last, because I might just tweet at Danhausen and ask. I think that's probably where I'm going next. I have no idea.
That could be. Yeah, we should ask and be like, how long does it last, and how can they uncurse themselves?
We want to know, because do you have to re-up the curse? Is the curse just inevitable? Do you have to how do you get uncursed? I have questions, and I'd like to know. All right, so beyond that. We saw Obafemi crush Russo. Like, hold up.
Listen. I even thought it was a main event. I didn't realize all the other shenanigans were going to happen after that. But for the quickest match, that was a good match.
It was fantastic. It was really, really good.
When Obafemi tossed Rusev, I was like, ooh, that's over. It's done. It's a wrap.
I mean, I thought it would be more competitive, I think. And then I was like,
I think already building up to something. I think they will have some good competitive. I even want to think that they even added that segment last. Like, I don't think that was even supposed to be the segment. I think they was like, all right, you guys stop. Because I just
don't know. It was flunky when it ended. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I just feel like if I'm looking back on it, it seems like Rusev and Obafemi probably was the main event. Like, it just like how they came out, I really thought it was the end. And then it quickly over. And then now we have to deal with this debacle of CM Punk and the Usos. So, I mean, I think they were. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yes. But I also feel like I also couldn't believe they did that to Rusev. I was like, dang, Rusev is finally trying to get back on track, and here we are. It was a reminder of what happened to John back down. Like, dang, you try to come up, and then here you go, like back to where you started.
But I feel like this was more competitive.
But it was certainly more competitive than what happened with Johnny. Not as competitive as I thought it would be with Rusev, and maybe it was a time issue. Because you know what else was fantastic?
What?
That gauntlet match. Why do you look confused? The gauntlet match in which Bayley won to become the number one contender.
Okay, sorry, I had to think about it for a second. I was like, what gauntlet match? Who, where, one? Yes, the women's gauntlet match. You should have said women's. And
I love the extended time they had. I love that everyone got a chance to shine. I don't understand why the title was on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Like, make it make sense. Why was the title on the table?
I know.
When did we do that?
I didn't. I was like,
AJ don't come to work, so her title come to work instead. I got questions. Y'all just let me know. Be out there. All right. It says, I thought they were going to do Rusev versus Oba like they did Rusev versus Sheamus. I did too, by the way, Candace. I thought that too. WrestleFaith, Oba is doing the same thing Brock did when Brock came to the main roster. By the way, Oba is a free agent. So is Danhausen too, by the way, which I thought was interesting. But after Mania, he will be on Raw because of who his storyline will be connected to. All right. Spoiler alert. Right? Love it. I thought he was going to go to Raw. Is his opponent after Mania Brock? Question mark? I'd like to know. Anyway, so just more stuff about my number one contender match. It was just so good. I didn't expect Lyra to go out like that. Raquel looked very dominant. I thought it all looked good. And I feel like Becky is going to be back next week too. So I was like, all right, you know what? Do we end up in a triple threat? Like, where are we going to go? Because AJ is Bayley's going to interfere in this match with Bayley, guaranteed. So I was like, do we get a triple threat with them? We get tired of triple threats, but I don't think I would hate this one. So I just want to point that out there. They want to do that?
I would hate it if they give it to Becky.
No, the title will not go to Becky again. It has to go to Bayley. It has to go to Bayley, period. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's happening in the writer room. Yeah, somebody need to strike. It needs to go to Bayley, period. Bayley needs to elevate that title next, period. And then she needs to start having this. And why is Natalya and Maxine happening only in the creases of our memory or on the commercial breaks on the edge of things?
But Maxine beat her ass.
She did. Maxine did. But I don't really love that it's like happening in these like 30-second intervals. Mm-hmm. Can we spend some significant time and put them on TV? Can we send them to SmackDown and have a fight since I got 3 hours?
Well, we know he's gonna fight.
And y'all just sending people back and forth.
Faith. That would make sense.
Huh?
She said Oba's gonna have a match at Mania, but a lot of people are not gonna like going.
I know.
I'm like, yeah, because he's gonna fight Brock. We already know that. That's his open challenge. That's the only thing that makes sense.
All right. Now we've been hanging with y'all for a while, so let's quickly get through some NXT conversation. Shout out to Tatum for looking amazing. Thanking her fans for her new confidence. What?
Well, you're gonna have to carry that because I definitely completely forgot that NXT. Oh my god.
Izzy Dave was not, they beat the heck out of Paxley again.
Really?
So they did. They beat her again. So Ruca, so Ruca. Whoever said it, she was the GOAT on Twitter. Like, she is a GOAT in the making for sure. She is definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with. I do feel like she's going to be moved up sooner rather than later. But she beat Lainey Reed. But I also want to give Lainey Reed her kudos because my girl did not lay down. Like, she was fighting, and she's really talented too, and I love that. Now, Ethan and Ricky, y'all need to go to couples counseling. Like, y'all just need to go ahead and meet somebody because at this point, it's very apparent that Ethan is definitely eyeing the NXT championship. They accidentally lost this week to Joe Hendry, but we all know it's heading to no. Okay. It was like that accident with Finn and Dominic where that hammer carefully made itself slowly into the ring, but not where it needed to go. Right. So no. Ethan was looking at him side eye, and his eye be doing that little twitch thing, and I was like, nah. You in danger, Ricky. Pay attention. And with that, I do want to give you guys a quick AEW minute.
Hold on, wait.
Before I yawn again. Is Tatum and Shiloh supposed to Yes. This is the other thing I wanted to talk about. So thank you, Faith. Now, y'all know I have no love lost for Shiloh. Okay? Him and them teeth need to stay in the mouth. Please. But Tatum and Shiloh is a pairing I could really get behind because they're equally weird. I mean, I really enjoy that. They're such weirdos that it's like a match made in heaven. I said, can we have like the story be Shiloh and Tatum falling in love and we can get another weirdo wedding? Like, can we do that? They need to hire me. I don't know what I'm saying. Go ahead, hire me. Just saying. I could see this happening. We could have another happy weirdo segment. It would be beautiful. Ethan is an opportunist, and the fact that Ricky doesn't seem to know this is crazy. He's known him in multiple promotions. At what point do you recognize that Ethan is Ethan? And I don't hate it. Ethan should be looking out for himself. You just lost your title to Miles, man. Onwards and upwards. That would be where I would be going. Like, I don't need that back. Teeps. Y'all know what I mean. Put it back in the mouth. Get that thing permanently, like, fixed. Please and thank you.
Well, maybe is that supposed to be like, oh no, I'm about to turn up now. Ugh, so I don't
put it back.
Know. Anyway,
that is highly unattractive. And it's like Journey. You're one of the most disgusting places to be in the world, unless you're a dog. Anyway, so let's do an AEW hot minute.
All right. What? No, I said all right.
No, I was gonna say, yeah. Didn't you work with dogs and stuff? Ain't I right?
Well, their mouths are nasty too, homie.
Yeah, but like, their mouths are technically one of the cleanest.
It's the cat's mouth you can get. I mean, I did. I have the antibiotics after getting bit by a cat. Like, I still got the scar and everything. Anyway, go ahead.
I can't. All right, let's talk AEW real quick.
Hold on.
Ricky needs an intervention. You know what, Faith? They need to go to couples counseling. Maybe somebody will recognize that y'all about to break up. Because I don't know why Ricky's still holding on, giving him lessons. All right, so let's talk the go-home show for Revolution. That was a press conference between MJF and Hangman Adam Page. And the way they started brawling, because MJF says the most ridiculous things. Like, see, I'm not wrong. John sees it. John sees it. Thank you. But anyway, So they started off in War Awards with Hangman vowing to leave MJF in an ambulance, and then MJF threw a beer in Hangman's face, but he cheered to him losing, I think, too. So it was hilarious. I mean, it was really good. They're having a Texas death match this Sunday, so I'm so psyched. Y'all know we got Revolution this week. Y'all are happy.
No clue what a death match is, but sure. Is this like celebrity death match?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not. No, it's not. You might want to bring. Never mind. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
All right. So then there was Kyle Fletcher kept his title against Mike Speedball Bailey. Fire match. Okada and the Don Callis family intervened, but that's to be expected. I really feel like they're about to tease Kyle and into this main title picture finally, because him and MJF had a moment there. I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me feel so seen here. Then we had Swerve appearing out of the crowd to attack Brody Lee with a chain. Then they were trying to choke each other out. Again, going to be an interesting one. And then shout out to Willow for doing double duty on Sunday because she successfully defended her TBS title. But she also, against Persephone, shout out to Persephone for being Batgirl. Yes. Good to see. Good to see. Anyway, she'll be doing double duty on this Sunday. She's going to have a match on the 0 hour, and then she's going to be defending her title as well. I think the tag team titles, I believe, on the main show. All right, that's all I got to talk about for AEW. Great show. So excited. Super excited. Can't wait. Oh, my God. Please bring on Revolution, because y'all know I love anything like I love an AEW pay-per-view. Okay. See, y'all get me. So I'm going to take a moment because I'm gonna keep this out here for our segment. But I want to tell y'all that this wedding would be epic, right? Like, you could bring the doll, you could bring the teeth, it could be magic in the long run. And then you build this story for the extra people. Come on. It would be awesome. Then you can have Izzy try to mess with the bridal shower. I got to see it all in my head. It is a story to behold. And you're welcome. All right. You know what time it is though, right?
Speed round, yay!
Let's get it.
Ding ding goes a bell, it's the speed round thrill. Who's gonna rise, who's taking the spill? We're calling the shots, no time to chill. This is the moment to flex their skill. Who's got the bell? Who's hitting the mat? Who's taking the yell? Who's got to come back? Main event mamas with spitting predictions. Fast like a jab, no need for revisions. Pick 'em quick, call 'em move, lay the mission. Main event mamas is a wrestling tradition. Chokehold tight or a suplex flight. Cage match chaos or a ladder fight. Tag team dreams or a solo mic. We're throwing the dice on the spotlight. Main event mamas with spitting predictions. Fast like a jab, no need for revisions. Pick 'em quick, call 'em move, lay the mission. Main event mamas is a wrestling tradition.
I love that song, y'all.
We're almost done, Candace. I promise.
Yes, Candace, it is late. We having a hard time. I can't tell you how many times my husband called me and was like, why are you not in bed? I don't know, because I'm still on a live stream. At least he's not walking down here naked, though. You're welcome. Like some people. Some people do it a lot right now. All right, so. I know that's right, Faith. Best song ever. All right, so the clock is ticking. Revolution is this Sunday in LA at the Crypto.com Arena. And so here is the final card. Y'all know the deal. We're going to go as fast as possible so that we can, A, hope to educate Tanisha quickly, and B, be able to tape this in one take. Okay? Yay! So excited. All right, let's go. Swerve versus Brody King. Who do you have? Brody King? Yeah, I'm going to also pick Brody King, but y'all know why, and that's not why I'm going any further. All right, we got Ricochet's Blackjack Battle Royale, 21 men, including Tommaso Ciampa. But I don't know, there's 21 men, so I can't answer that. We were going to pretend like we did. Y'all know we real here. Y'all know we keep it real. We would never do that to you. We would never. Can you imagine?
such a fine specimen.
You're just gonna
All right.
pretend you didn't see that? Like, y'all know we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah,
I love y'all too much to act like it didn't happen.
Wait. Can we go? Okay, we're gonna have to retake that because I don't like. Anyway.
Yes, I'm sorry. And so, like I said, there's 21 men, including Tommaso Ciampa. But here's the thing: I don't know all 21 men, so we're just gonna skip that part. I don't know. Y'all tell me who that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like. First of all, it's one of my favorite type of matches, but because I don't know who's in it, I never pick. I just kind of pick in the moment. So I'm not going to do that to you. All right. So you could be like, who? Yeah, I'm not going to do it. All right. So we got Willow Nightingale, Alina Cross, the TBS title.
Willow.
Yeah, I'm going to say Willow, even though Lena is trying it. She's definitely trying it. But I don't know why. She needs to leave Willow alone. Let we'll keep that title. Though, am I thinking there's a Mercedes sightings to be found around here? Perhaps, mayhaps. As my kid likes to say. All right, so we have Jon Moxley versus Takeshita. It has no time limit, and their last match was a draw. Who you got?
Oh my god, that means it's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a long night. I'm so psyched, y'all. I'm going to
say Moxley just because. Yeah.
You're gonna say who?
Moxley.
I'm gonna go to Takeshita because he's very, very good. I hope I said that right, y'all, because if not, I'm gonna have to retake that. All right. FTR versus the Young Bucks.
Oh.
Y'all know I'll be trying.
Wait, who's FTR?
And I didn't even do it phonetically this time. What?
Who's FTR?
Girl.
Ow, I'm really. Is that the one with the champion right now? That's champion, right?
Yes,
Where's
ma'am.
the New Bucks? So is it a handicap match?
It's a tag team championship match, Tanisha. Oh my god. It's a tag team match. FTR versus the Young Bucks. There's two people at FTR. They used to be called the Revival in WWE again, so you know. And then we have the Young Bucks, Nick and Matt Jackson.
The ones who, the Young Bucks are the ones who don't have
lost their money and they got to pay.
I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks. Okay, see, I remember.
Thank you.
I remember it.
And FTR has Stokely with them. He always managed to get himself in trouble, but I'm also going Young Bucks. All right, we have Tekla versus Chris Statlander. 2 out of 3 falls. Oof. Yes. Who you got? She's also known as the Toxic Spider. She won the belt from Chris Statlander.
That's the one who looks weird.
Okay.
Tekla? I think so.
Yes, she does a little backward thing. Yeah, excellent work. Look at you. Did a good job here. I'm also going to Tekla because I still don't think Chris Statlander needs that belt back right now. And then we have MJF versus Hangman Page in that Texas death match. Oh, if Hangman loses, he can never challenge for that title again.
That's what I thought you were talking about when you said the other people. Okay, anyway, I'm going to go with, that one. Mm-hmm.
Who are you going with? MJF or Hangman Adam Page? Which one?
MJF. What is
it? You're gonna go with MJF? Why are you like this? This is the hardest part of my life, y'all. Okay, so I'm going MJF because he's my favorite heel champion ever. She has, to answer your question, Faith, she only has 7 belts now, based on what I just saw. And I think that was today. She has 7 belts at this moment. But it's a late night. So I want to thank you guys for rocking with us because y'all know we be tired. She giving me spasms too. Like, y'all don't understand
I'm giving my own self spasms. Like, I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
We got naked people in the background. We got her not listening to the questions. I'm just here. I could be in bed right now getting snuggled. But here I am. Working with you.
Jeez.
Anyway, we want to thank you for hanging with us tonight. It was such a good time. We know we love you. Thank you for coming to our trial of CM Punk. Next time, invite a friend, bring a friend. We want to make sure we take over the world mama style. And with that, we want to remind you that this is your opportunity to hit subscribe on whatever platform you are currently listening to us on. Whether you are on Twitch, or on Facebook, X, YouTube, or on TikTok, because y'all know they like to kick us off of there, but thank you for riding. And then also, where can they listen to us, Tanisha? Because we are a podcast.
Yes. So you guys can listen to us on iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Amazon Audible, Pocket Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube Music. And you can follow us individually. Me, Tanisha at Tanisha_Mama Pod. Yep, that's me on Instagram and on TikTok. You can find Kiara at Kiara Mama Pod. No space, no underscore. On TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter or X. You can find her on Content Vixen. Wow. Content
right.
Vixen.
And we also want to remind you that we are still looking for our lovely ladies to join our Women of Wrestling panel next Thursday at 9:00. All you have to do is visit our website and hit the register as a guest button. We're not asking for all your information, but the more you give, the better, because first of all, we want to be able to promote you. So put all your stuff in there. But if not, just shoot us an email. You're like, hey, I don't know how to do it. I need help. But we want to talk to you. We want y'all to hang. We want y'all to hang. DM us with questions. We got you. And with that, because tonight, y'all, I'm going to bed. We want to say, don't forget to visit our merch store. I don't want to like let y'all hanging about that. It still exists. It's now on Linktree. It's all on our Patreon. You can do all the things. So many things. And with that, we're not new to this.
We're true to this.
Shout out to Candace, because we're definitely watching AEW because of you. All right. I want to say we're not new to this.
I said we're so true to this. And this was Main Event Mamas.
This was Main Event Mamas.
At midnight or wherever time it is. I don't even know.
Help. Send help. Okay.
The Main Event Mamas bringing the heat. Talking life, love, and the wrestling beat. Step in the ring.